And I guess just like, so the DApp team, what board do you guys use?
They were using Giveth too with the Giveth Next repo, but Monique is going to soon transfer things to the Giveth, the all dev workspace. That was the purpose he made it for, so that we could have GIVeconomy and Giveth Next on the same thing.
Okay.
We are streaming.
Yay. Great. Well, cool. Welcome, friends, to GIVeconomy Sync on, I guess it's actually the 3rd. Let's just do a round of check-ins, intentions, distractions. I'll go first because I'm already talking. My intentions for the call are to, oh my God, I have made so many issues in GitHub, and I hope we can get through them all. There's like a lot to talk about. So my intentions are to facilitate a swift call and talk about all the things. Marco's going to join us for the second half hour of this call too. So any kind of like design UI things that we have to chat about, like changes to the give drop flow, and also like how we're going to represent like the token distro and how when you claim a bunch of things. We can talk about it with Marco too at the second half hour. So let's try to get through the board in the other first half. I'm not distracted. Except that I just sat down at my computer and I was like trying to rush to get here. I'll pass it to Cherek.
Hey guys, thanks Lauren. My intention is talk about updates and talk about the rest of the issues that should I done, and I have no interactions. I pass it to Griff.
I'm excited. I mean, man, you guys deployed so much, and it's like it's live on the economy side, and so it's just really exciting to see. I'm really curious about testing and how you want us to do testing and the best way to achieve. Like, obviously, there's things you know aren't working and things that you think are working, and then like telling us what to test basically will be fun. I think Lauren was working on that a little bit already, but yeah, just super excited to see that. And I'll pass it to Donna.
Hi, everyone. Well, I'm excited to hear what's the update. And I added another point to the agenda, the demo. I don't know whether we can demo the things that are already deployed or not, but I added it to the agenda. So I'm excited to test the gardens with our token, and yeah, that's it. I pass it on to Ashley.
Thanks, Donna. Good morning, you guys. My intentions for the call just to catch up on and see where each section is, and I'm also curious about testing and what the best way to test some of this stuff and get you guys the information that you need. And I'm wondering if we don't need to make like a documentation or like a list of different things that needed to be tested, so that if there's other people that are interested in testing, they have like a guide to follow. Anyways, that's kind of my intentions of being here, and yeah, I don't have any distractions, so I'll pass it to Amin.
Yeah, I'm so excited because we are getting closer and closer, but I'm a little worried because we are not prepared for the Saturday review, smart contract review meeting. The smart contracts has not tested yet, and we all still want to change them. Yeah, that's it. I'm the last one, right? Or Muhammad is missed. Muhammad, yeah, I passed Muhammad.
Hey guys, I didn't do much anything for GIVeconomy, but Lauren thought that maybe she may have some question that I can answer, and I'm here to sync on with you guys to see what you did. I pass it back to Lauren.
Thanks, guys. Okay, awesome. Well, all the things we mentioned are kind of in the board. Well, except for, I mean, do you want to give us a general update of like what's missing from the smart contracts, that like things that will need to be finished in order to be prepared for Saturday's review call with Edu?
Yeah, thank you. First, we need some new requirement about the garden, how the river should be represented there. because the convention will be different. The logic will be different there, and we want to also the requirement is not yet finalized, and we don't know what should be done. But if the strongest opinion is that we combine the logic of the token distro in the unipool, and for instance do the math there about how much will be immediate in your wallet. If you want to do that, it needs some some deployment. I hope it will be easy. And after that,
can you say that last part again? Can you say that last part again?
The math, the token distro do some math about how much token should be released immediately. When, for instance, the token, the unipool says that, okay, please give this 100 gift token as reward. The token needs to do some calculation. It's not easy. It's, for instance, it's in the cliff time, only the initial amount will be released. It's after that, you will receive cliff time, initial amount plus the some portion of the released amount based on how much is passed from the stream. And we should copy that logic inside the unipool, garden unipool. And of course we should see how much has been allocated, and it's not just few lines, maybe 10 or 15 lines of code, and you should think about it, and it should be implemented. And after that, if we do that and we agreed, and we deploy that after 1 day, and we agreed that okay, it's working as we expected, it takes time, as I said, maybe one day at least. If I start tonight just making if we find out what we want really, and I implement that and make the poll for tomorrow to test, after 1 day, if everything goes successfully, we don't have enough time to write tests around the smart contracts. It's enough unit tests to satisfy the satisfy edu, because of course every smart contract needs enough number of tests around to cover the logics and the scenarios. Today I had chance to look at the unit test of the Uniswap staking, because the code of the Bright ID smart contract doesn't have any unit test for that. I guess I didn't find, at least I pinged David. Maybe he needs to ping another one because he did most of the front end job and not the smart contracts. And it's all the requirement from my side. No one can help me at this point. I cannot find anyone to help me at this point. For instance, I can deliver some tasks of the writing unit test to someone else. That would be cool. But at this point, we don't have any. That's it.
Okay.
With those unit tests, is it something that anyone can do, like IV or Mohammed, or I try to pull out other people that could support, or would it be more work to catch them up to speed than it would be to just do it yourself? What do you think?
If someone knows, it needs two types of requirement. First, he be familiar with unit tests and hard hat. It's not big deal at this moment, but the other more important is that that person should be good enough familiar with the complexity, with the logic of token distro. It's not simple, but we can simplify that. By the way, and I guess if we try to onboard Muhammad at this point, because it took me at least 1-2 days to definitely to know exactly what's working. However, I read the code. Maybe I can help someone new to find out faster what's going on in these smart contracts. Yeah, and till Saturday we don't have much time. I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, onboarding even takes my time.
Well, I think it's okay to not get done by Saturday, and just we can warn people that we won't be completely done by Saturday, but it will be great to go through what we have and have that sesh anyway. Then soon we'll have Jesus. After next week, he'll be able to support us a lot. It's like in any way that we want, basically. And I think that he should just be a reviewer more than anything. Not a doer. Just it's nice to have a reviewer. And I would say, like, that being said, if Charek or Mohammed or anyone else wants to like support and writing unit tests, let's do it. Does anyone have the space?
If the logic is not very complicated, as Amin said, I can write some tests for that. But I don't know. Maybe joining to this project takes too much time from Amin. Joining.
I think it's a good investment if you or Charek want to get involved. Personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay for me.
Okay, so
Wait, I saw Charek unmuted. Charek, were you going to say something too?
No, it's okay. If Mohammed can help, it's better to hit and do it. That's thank you. Because I'm busy with front end.
Yeah, I have some experiences on writing automatic tests.
and this is just mostly for testing only the Uni v3 pool thing, the NFT staking, or is this for like the entire token distro?
The entire, the garden, yeah, and
the entire smart contract system needs unit tests everywhere.
Okay. Cool. I don't really know what unit tests are, but that's okay. So what I was also getting from this, though, is like kind of part of the start of the conversation is that we don't really have any clear decisions on how we're going to be dealing with the reward system for the gardens. And like, because like right now when you claim, you get like tokens from the distro. So you're claiming in the garden, you're getting tokens from Giveth and the liquid part of your give stream. And this is the same if you're claiming like anywhere, basically. Like if you claim in any of the farm pools, you also get what's there from givebacks and what's there for liquid from the give stream. And so we need to either like change the UI or like modify the smart contracts. I was talking about this with Amin yesterday, but we were saying maybe we don't do that at all. And then maybe there's like some kind of like back-end solution where we can have it more clearly explained to the user, like when they're claiming the different sections. Because right now it's a little bit confusing if you go into the Give Garden and you click claim and then you get your givebacks. And you didn't even know you got givebacks, and they were on the givebacks page before, but now it says your givebacks is 0, even though you donated to verified projects. So it kind of creates like an entire like user experience confusion. So I think maybe a really good use of our time right now is to decide like what we're going to do right now for that, and if maybe this is just like, okay, we add a bunch of like pop-ups and things in the UI, or if there's some other solution.
We can't. That's the thing. We can't add pop-ups in the Garden's UI. The Garden's UI is...
I know, but what I think honestly we should do for the garden is instead of having you be able to claim it all, you click claim and you get sent to the Give farm where all the pop-ups explain things.
That's still going to be a custom thing. I don't know if we can do that. We'll have to ask. We should ask if we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you mean that people claim in the UI of ourselves, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they can see like you earn rewards. To see your rewards, click here, and then you just click, and it sends you to the Give farm where you see like 100% Give staking in the Give.
Instead of the doing the smart contract things, right? Instead of creating a transaction to claim the reward, is it what you mean?
Yeah. It's just like we just asked the Gardens team if like that button could link them to our page.
That's a great idea. I don't know if that will be possible, but it should be relatively easy.
Right? Well, cool.
So if we accept this idea, it will be cool. Otherwise, if you want to do that, another idea that just, for instance, if from 100 reward you will get 30 at the end, it's not easy to understand. It's very hard to actually to do implement that in the Garden Unipol, and it's not rational. Let's say why. Because if you don't want to change token distro, we should change to token distro because, for instance, you have released 40 Give token. You have 40 Give token are ready to be collected from token distro, and just how you have one token reward in the Garden. By pressing the claim, even if we compute correctly and say, okay, half of that will be released right now. We show half as 0.25 Give at the Garden, but finally you will get 40.5 token in your wallet because token distro just has release everything on every allocate.
Yeah.
Maybe just to speed through this, my personal opinion is that either if we can send, if this awesome idea that Lauren is saying that we just have the claim button, send them to our page, then the Garden should show people what is claimable from their Garden rewards. Like that, like just from staking in the Garden, it shows them the number that they earned from staking in the Garden, right? That's the ideal, and I think that would be the gold star if that's possible, from my opinion.
And that would be the total, including the amount that goes to the Give stream.
No, that would be just the claimable.
I think Amin was saying this is difficult to do.
As I said, token distro has just one, token distro. When you allocate, for instance, 10 token, you will allocate it to you, right? And you will get 3 of that, right? We show them 3 Give, claim 3 Give token, right? Mm-hmm. You want that, but think about that. Maybe user has some release token that are ready to be claimed in token distro. That will be transferred with that 3 token at the same moment, and user will see that, for instance, 13 Give tokens are transferred.
And so that UX is acceptable. Like showing that number that's just the claimable earned by Give Garden is acceptable if they hit the claim button and it doesn't make a transaction. Instead, it sends them to our UI. Right? Because then in our UI, we will tell them, oh yeah, you're getting this, and you're getting the stream, and you're getting the rewards from the other stream. Like we can give them that information on our UI. So if the claim button sends them to our UI, then we should show them the number of claimable Give tokens they earned from the Garden. But only if we send them to our UI and we can clarify the details. If we can't send them to our UI, I would say we should put in the claimable, like the amount that their wallet is going to change, so that it's not so confusing. That like, oh yeah, hey, you're claiming this much. It's not from the Give Garden. You're claiming it from other sources probably. But when you click this button, you're getting this many Give tokens, and then you get that many Give tokens, and then, we have to explain the details of why they're getting that many Give tokens and stuff somewhere else. But at least when they click the claim button, they have an expectation, and that expectation is met.
And I want to add that we need some backend stuff for the GIVeconomy, because I saw the design. It's showing the history and some backend stuff. Maybe we should look in our counterparts, for instance, the balancer, how it's showing your transaction history, for instance. Maybe we should try to utilize the new tools, for instance, the graph, the one that everyone is using these days. Maybe we should explore that, put some time on it. Maybe Mohammed, if it would be better for Mohammed to put some time there. Instead of, for instance, we should think about it. Which one is better? Which one is more demanding? Because finally, someone should know how to work with the graph and how we can apply that. Write the code to apply to our logic. And Fabio in Balancer. I don't know how much. I guess he's a little familiar, but I don't know whether he's expert or he has enough bandwidth for that. Maybe he can.
I wouldn't put him on the graph personally. I wouldn't put him on that task. He's a front end. I mean, maybe you can ask him, but I think that's more like Mohammed, or maybe in a couple weeks Vitor will come over, because it's more back end stuff, right? The graph.
Yeah, I know. We should. You should. Of course, it needs some smart contract reading. So Mohammed will be involved with the smart contracts and the graph both, and it's a very exciting task for me, at least, because he should know about what's going on in the smart contract, how the events are happening, and how the graph is indexing them. And filling this table needs some exploration on the
Before we dive into that, I just want to check in on that. I don't want to make that a declaration of like, this is how we should do this number in the gardens, but at least I want like confirmation. I don't know, Lauren, did you feel good about that? I mean,
yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's okay. I think that, it'll be the most confusing spot will be for the users in the Give Garden, but if we include that in our documentation about the Give Garden, which we should do, then it will be okay. And then also I think on our UI, I'll talk to Marco about this. He's going to jump into the call, but when you claim at any point, you get a pop-up that says basically this, we made it for givebacks, but I didn't realize we actually have to add more parts, but it's it'll be you're getting this from givebacks, plus you get all this other stuff. And then it's when you claim rewards from givebacks, you also claim what's liquid from the give stream. And then you only harvest all. And so it's we don't have to mess with the smart contracts at all, but it shows in one place, the total that you're getting from the token distro. And then, so then that will be easy for the user to understand throughout our UI, and it'll only be confusing in the garden for a little bit, but we can't do anything about it. So it's okay. But the best is if they come to our page, because then we'll have it there.
Yeah. So the ideal is that we show them the number that they would earn from the garden. That is liquid. And then we send them to our page for the actual Web3 claim. Or we just tell them how much what they can actually claim, which is going to be really annoying to calculate for sure. I'm sorry. It would be annoying.
No. I'm thinking about whether, because people will see that it will be a stream finally in our UI. We don't want to deceive them. We say, for instance, we show them the garden. It's 10 token. They come to our page and see that, okay, you will give it three of that immediately, and 7, for instance, in the next 3.5 years. I don't know. Is it cool? I guess it would be better to show the total amount because it's big. Let's go.
No. That's you think that, but actually, it's all about expectation management. So expectation management. We under-promise, over-deliver, right? So we say, you're only getting 10 tokens. And then they go to our website and they're like, I'm getting 10 tokens and 5 tokens for the next 5 years every week. Fuck yes. That's like, it's this, we give and then we give more and then we give more. We never give and then take a little back. And I think that's just like I think that needs to be a value or a strategy or this is expectation management, and this is the core. And so people will always have a good time as long as we meet and exceed any expectation that we give them.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Cool. Well, okay, so it sounds like, I mean, I made an issue about this because we were talking about it. It's like, how do we deal with the token distro selling that allocated tokens from everywhere? I think the best way to deal with it is we just add pop-ups everywhere, right? Like there's no way to break it up. But then my question is, it's still easy for us to know how much came from givebacks, how much came from the liquid give stream. Yeah, so we can have those as separate numbers. So it would make sense to be like, your giveback rewards is one box. Claimable from the give stream is this. And then like from this pool or whatever. And then there's like a few different entries and you harvest all and you get the total sum, right? Okay, cool. All right, great. And then, so, okay, we jumped ahead, then we jumped back. So let's jump ahead quickly because we were talking about this like back end for the give stream history table. I actually made an issue about it too. And just like to give like a brief moment of context to everybody, it's like we have this history table on the GiveStream page. And basically anytime you claim your liquid rewards from anywhere, you get an entry in the GiveStream, which is like adding to your flow rate, your GiveStream flow rate. So it's like, I guess this is what Amin was suggesting, that Mohammed, you work on developing like something for the backend for. Hey, Marco.
Hello, Marco.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Sorry, could you say it again? I was a little distracted.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
So basically, like, for the give economy, we have like part that's claimable and part that's vested, but the vested part is making the give stream. And basically the give stream is just the vested amount divided by the time remaining in the give stream. And so it's like, instead of saying like, you're getting like this many locked tokens, you're getting a flow rate of something give per week. So anytime you claim throughout the give economy, you get something adding to your total give stream flow rate. And so what the history table is doing is just tracking like any instances in which you claim, and then the amount of like, basically the amount of tokens that are vested that are getting added to your vesting pool, but shown as a flow rate. Okay. Okay, cool. So I'll just assign you to this issue. I made it already.
Hey, Lauren, quick question. Is there a way we can simplify all that rewards coming to the user somehow and abstracting those flow rates, and this goes here and this goes there? Somehow that we say, this is the amount you can claim right now, right? And this is what you get right now, without adding a bunch of other information, unless user is asking for that information.
So, yeah, I mean, we can. I'm not sure how we would represent it, because basically, like, you earn tokens from different places, like the Give Farm, the Give Garden, from Givebacks. But then when you claim, it actually allocates everything that's in the token distro all at once. But we want to show the user that they got this much from donating, and we want to show them they got this much from like providing liquidity. We want to like show them that their rewards are also separate. So I don't know a good way.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So yeah. What are you suggesting?
No, I mean, that's fine. Like showing like the breakdown of like how, like, let's say like this is an amount of rewards you're getting this month, right? And like this amount, this much comes from a donation, this much comes from the givebacks or whatever, this much comes from the give stream, and so on and so forth. But just like when they see a number, that's the number they can claim right away, right? Because they're already vested. So they can claim them, and they're going straight to their wallet. And then the second part that does not go to their wallet can be, we don't need to kind of overwhelm them with all that information on that same page or on that same screen. I don't know. Just trying to find a way to satisfy both how the smart contract works and also simplify that to the user on like what they see on the screen. So yeah, just trying to figure that out if possible.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I mean, so we could take out like, I don't know, we could have just like one claim thing and then some sort of like pop-up that breaks it down. But I guess it would take like some tweaking to these designs and a little bit of like kind of brainstorming. But
so right now the way it is that you go to one of these pages and you see how much you earned from that. You see how much you earned from givebacks, and then you get the pop-up that says, oh, you got this much plus you have your stream, and you're going to harvest all. And is that you think that's too much information?
No, that's not too much information. Actually, I designed this one, but Lauren was mentioning something else previously, and maybe I got confused about it. Sorry. But what I was hearing is that there were like now there's a change where now when you claim something, you claim from everything, and we need to show that on one page. Is that correct? Or
No, well, the only thing that I made a comment in this just now, we were just discussing it, is like we have to, I think, just add another entry onto this pop-up saying, and you're also claiming like this from another place, because it turns out when you claim from the Give Garden rewards, you also claim from Givebacks and the Give Stream. So we need a pop-up like claiming your Give Garden rewards, plus you get this from Givebacks and this from Give Stream. But what I was just explaining when you walked in was like literally just this history table, which is like just information about like your Give Stream flow rate, because like on all these pages when you claim as well, it's nothing will have to change, except we just need to add one more box onto here saying like for the Give Garden, the top one says your Give Garden rewards, then it says claimable from Give Stream plus claimable from Givebacks.
Okay. So I get it. So we need to display like all three of them.
Yeah.
So when they claim one, they claim all three at once, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like
a lot of people might not have givebacks, so it'll be an option. Like it'll only show up if they get givebacks, that third box.
Yeah. But basically we would need to just like include the pop-ups here. So you like claim rewards from this pool, and you're not actually claiming from the other pools, the rewards from the other pools. You only claim the rewards from this pool plus Givebacks plus the Give Stream. So it's like we have a 3-part pop-up on the Give Farm thing. But everything else is the same.
Okay. So got it. So basically the one pop-up that you showed previously where there are 2 options that you're claiming, we could eventually extend this one to make it like 3 options in this use case scenario. And it should be flexible enough to have just one option, display 2 or 3 options, depending whether the user has givebacks, has participated in Give Garden or not, and so on and so forth. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
I think only the first claim would ever only have one, because after that they will always have a stream.
Yeah. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's not clear for me. You mean that with one transaction we claim from different sources? Is it what you mean?
That's I understood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just basically we're talking
one
about
pop-up for each one. Pop-up for each one.
One pop-up showing that when you're claiming from the one source, you're also claiming what's allocated from the token distro.
Oh, you mean the released amount? Is it what you mean?
Yeah, the pop-up explains the release amount, how the release amount compounds with the amount that you earn from the Give Garden or the Give Farm.
And about the give back, if you want to, user see that and harvest that, maybe we need another smart contracts. For, let's see. Griff, are you here?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm just killing bugs. Sorry.
No, the point is that that we see that in the way that for the give back, Mitch, for instance, create an agent in the Argive. Am I sure? Am I right? Yes, Argive does that, right? And it creates a transaction that directly tells the token distro to allocate that amount to that person. So it's very hard for us to allocate to to track that, to say
There's not an event that shows that.
No, it's just the same allocate.
I thought in allocate many we throw out an event that says these people received these.
Yeah, we say that it's received, but we don't know what's the source. For other sources, for instance, if you are getting from the farm, for instance, 100% give in the XDAI, we will have it, for instance, the smart contract and see the events of the smart contract, say, yes, reward paid. And okay, in the list, we show that an item that is for
What if we just change the smart contract event and say, we call it allocate many event? I mean, or honestly, we wouldn't even, would we really need to? Isn't the event different? And wouldn't it be the only time there's an allocate many event? Because it do one per every user that is passed. Yes, for every tuple that is passed, a user amount. It just emit a separate event. I was thinking that whether we can change token distro for that specific function, we emit another event and give back, or also change the method name, give back, pay give back. Yeah, maybe we change the method name and then, the method name is already allocate many, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is already unique.
Yes, it's unique, but I think we should put the give back name there, and also the event should be the name. The event name should be pay give back.
Okay.
Give back pay.
I mean, that's fine, and then that would work, and then the event would be different, and we could easily track it.
Yeah.
So, okay, basically you're saying that
it's just a small smart contract.
Yeah, but and basically the small smart contract change makes it possible so that we know the exact amount that's getting allocated to each person for givebacks.
Right? Yes, that allocate mini should just maybe change the allocate mini name, even make it pay give back. Yeah.
Cool.
And the event and have a corresponding name for that action. For every user said give back paid, that user such amount.
Okay.
If you want to write in your node, you can simply write that. Yeah. Change allocate many name to pay give back. And emit an event with same name. And emit an event with the same name.
Okay.
Welcome. I just want to say welcome to Anson. Anson seems to be jumping around in all of the projects. So nice to see you here, man. This is a GIVeconomy sprint call, so it might be a little boring, but
no, I understand most of the words and about 3/4 of the sentences. It's great. No, keep going. I'll figure it out eventually. Rock on.
Glad to have you here, and welcome, Monique. So you jump into. Okay.
I'm just listening. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, awesome. So, I mean, you don't need me to create an issue for you, right? About this smart contracts change. You'll get it. You'll remember, or
yeah, I remember. Yeah. I will upload this change. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I think those are like the main crazy extra things I wanted to talk about. Maybe we can just go through the board right now, and just like follow up on some of the issues that are here. Just quickly moving over. Actually, there's one more thing, and Donna and Ashley, you both mentioned it in your check-in. So the user testing situation, I started putting together a document on Notion with all of the links and the things. So it's like, it has the links to like where to claim your give drop and where the test garden, the test give garden is, and then the test RGive DAO and like the give farm that's like ready here. So right now, I've been trying to like break it all down. There's still like a few different like changes and updates that need to be made. Like one thing is like with this garden claiming give garden rewards and stuff. Yeah, so there's actually an issue for that. There's actually documentation for that, but I guess it's like, so I mean, before your smart contract review with Edgy, do you think it's like useful to have testers jumping in and starting to like play with like what's already developed for the Give farm and like the UniV3 staking?
Let me to finish the garden and deploy the new one and then do it.
Okay.
Yeah, after the call, I will put my time to do it. I hope tonight I create a poll in the uniform and tomorrow it will be ready. That's it. Yeah, I need another point to add. I forgot.
Okay. That's okay. But I think that's the only thing outstanding. Just the Give Garden rewards thing. Then once that's deployed, we can basically have people going in and testing breeding issues.
Yes, and there is a point. Oh, I remember. Our simulation is short. I don't know. I guess we don't have much time. It will be finished in a few days. The 5-year simulation is compacted to how many years, Griff? 26 weeks has been every 2 weeks. It's 13 days. So we need to redeploy everything again. Yeah, it's 13 days. And I guess we don't have much time. I need to redeploy everything again.
So that's for the garden, or this is like with the stream and everything?
It's a distro.
For the distro.
Wait, so we did 5 days?
13 days.
13 days. And so we have 5 days remaining.
And when did we actually deploy it?
Last week, no?
I guess it's 9 days ago or something like that.
Well, okay, so that's for the farm.
Yes, we can
rewards, but the stream is of course like really long.
Yeah, the stream is long, but if they put money in the garden, it doesn't give them any reward.
Yeah, it's for in the next 4 days.
Okay, so do you want people to just test the Give farms? Like, or maybe it's not.
Well, next
Griff,
week
we can extend that.
I think next week we just have to make a new deployment.
Okay, that's fine.
For the garden, create a new garden.
Well, we would have to change the garden Unipool contract anyway, right?
Yeah, the token. We should maybe we should keep the token and use another part of unused tokens.
Yeah, I don't think we need to deploy a new garden. I think we just need to deploy a new reward contract.
Okay.
And then replace the reward contract.
Okay.
Cool.
Which it seems like we need a lot of practice with anyway, because that's been pretty complicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to testing and stuff like that, do you think that it's beneficial, like, once it's ready to actually start testing, like we could either host a testing party or like we can reach out to like DAppNode and see if anybody over there wanted to help us test, like when we help them test, or like other communities from outside that don't really know how everything works? I think it might be useful to have some like perspective like that while testing.
I think definitely, but maybe like for the first deployment, we want to do like more internal testing. I don't think that everything is going to be like polished and like with all of the information there. And we'll have a lot of things coming just from our team. And then it would be good to have more exhaustive user testing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I guess as soon as then next week I'll create a new testing guideline, and I think a testing party is a great idea. And we could just like tag unicorns or find a time that works for a bunch of people, and like, even have just like 5 people come together. And there's a lot of parts, so like we'll probably have questions, and then we can all coordinate around it. That's why I was making this document. But great. Okay. Well, let me just check to see if there's any other like new issues that were like pertinent to discuss. Actually, since we have Marco here, maybe we can go through a little bit, like just really quickly, this like give drop design. flow. Yeah. So, well, I guess like it's useful just I think to go through this really quickly that we have like Cherrick here. We have these like calculators on all of these pages that are going to be like pulling information from the Give farm. Like this could be like pulling information like the APR from the Give farm, and you'll be able to like see your streaming amount and basically just like creating calculations. And yeah, I don't know. I was wondering if we should change the calculators to reduce scope so that they're just like automatic input numbers. And I'd love to get just like feedback from other people. So rather than like having it dynamic where you can like input your like choose your amount and play. Like, oh yeah, go ahead, Marco.
Yeah. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. If we're going to do that change, so I think then those calculators serve no purpose. So I would rather remove, just inform user that they can earn with the Give farm, provide a little bit of explanation, and just put a button below there to click next. So I would, in that case, just use the slides to scroll through the slides to get more context of what's coming ahead and what they can expect in the GIVeconomy, and completely remove those calculators.
I think that makes a lot of sense because we just did a Bright ID call yesterday and showed them this, and they thought that they could use it to directly go to the farm and then stake their tokens. And they're like, oh yeah, I want to hit max so I can just stake right here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an issue. To me, that's not an issue at all, because eventually they figure out at actually claiming the Give drop first, and then the user will eventually find the Give Gardens page, after they claim their tokens. But just like in this case, where we, where these calculators, we want to show something instead of them that is actually not the information that the user would expect. Or can input it on their own, I'd rather just remove that completely. Oh, and by the way, the idea of those calculators came from liquidity mining, farming, UIs, where you got to claim some tokens that got airdropped to you, and you can immediately see like, hey, they want to incentivize you to actually stake them and to earn some of the rewards. So like, that was kind of my idea on direction where I was going with this. But anyway, like if we can cut the scope at this point, I'd be happy to. I mean, to just remove something else. That's it.
I feel okay either way. I think that I think if we want to keep like some of the information here, we could just like have it kind of like a copy of like one of the Give farm cards or something, and this one, so it actually shows like, I mean, what it looks like. But I don't know, does anyone else have any opinions? Because I feel really neutral. Or you just go for it.
Yeah.
Or you think you should just remove it, Marco? I think you can be God. You be God.
No, I'd love to hear what other people think about it. If someone has a strong opinion about it, I'd definitely love to hear it. So yeah, go ahead. Raise your hand. Raise your voice.
I don't have a strong opinion, but I think it'd be really cool to have the calculators there. But if it causes like a lot of work and like stress in the background, then maybe it's not worth it.
Cherrick, what do you think? Because you'd be having to dev all this up.
It's okay. I think we can have it. Yeah, I love it. But I think it takes about 3 days to implement the calculators. Is it okay?
3 days? Cut the scope. Cut the scope.
Sorry, it's not the same APR of the 100% Give farm. Is it?
I think it should be. It should be.
So we have that. We have that, correct. We have that value. We have the APRs of the balancer, and the other unipools. So it's the value is ready.
So if the value is ready, we can do it in the 4 hours or less. Yeah.
1 hour.
4
Yeah,
hours.
it's 1 hour. No, it's it's the 100 give. It's the same form of the 100 give on the X side. Just that. No worries. I will tell you how to get that value.
I still think that the calculator giving the people the input makes them think that they can just go right there and they're going to use their give tokens that they don't have yet. I think giving them the engagement input is not worth it. I think it's great to show the APR. I think we should show the APR. And we could even show them autofill. We have to show them the APR, right? Earn with the gift farm. Here's the APR. I think that's important and valuable. I don't know that we need them to type numbers. I think that's the part where things get a little bit like, oh, cool, I'm going to type my number here and I'm going to stake this much for that.
Yeah. Griff, just one question. When you did the Bright ID thing, did anyone had troubles navigating to the next slide?
I don't know if they had troubles navigating to the next slide. They didn't say that. The big feedback was, hey, when I stake my tokens, I want the max thing to work. The max button didn't work. And this is Philip Silva, who's like the main funder of Bright ID. And he was like, oh, the max thing doesn't work. So and how am I supposed to stake? If I want to stake, I want to stake every little decimal. And it's like,
it's not ready yet, Griff. Griff.
No, of course.
Marco. It's not ready. We did just for testing, the. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, but the whole thing was that he actually thought that he was really staking on this page, right? He thought that his engagement would let him actually make a smart contract interaction, and that I don't think that's the right thing. They'll just be disappointed or confused.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make a judgment at this point. It's just a one person. A/B testing would be awesome. Getting feedback from many more people and then having a pattern over there could lead us to a better decision. But at this point, we could make a decision just based on cutting the scope and speeding up the process of the development for other parts. That's the only reason I would say hey, cut this out. Let's remove this from here. And also personally, while I was kind of going back to this flow, I know I designed this thing, but I personally found it hard to navigate to the next slide because of this yellow arrow button, which is totally not visible. And I would definitely go back there and make some revisions and put a big, screaming pink button or something next or something like that. So in favor of maybe, I don't know, removing these calculators or something. I don't know.
Maybe we should work on it. People, for instance, clicking on the next card, in the margin, it's move on. It's go to the next slide, not just the yellow button. Not dragging, not just that button. And even in clicking on the next slide, that part of that is showing up.
That was my additional idea. Yeah, that was my original idea, where the whole left and right area of the screen is clickable. So when you click in the whole area, let's say, I don't know, 80 pixels or how wide it is, that triggers the next slide. So that was my original idea. I think I even left a comment somewhere for that. But then I realized I'm not sure how many people will figure it out. So let me just add an arrow over there just in case. But still with the arrow, I don't know. I maybe just replaced it. Although, the results we're going to probably have some analytics on that, because the results will tell how many people have actually claimed. If they came to the end of the slide, they will claim it. If not, they won't be able to claim it. So if so many people claimed their tokens, it means, they found their way to the final slide where they have to click on that button. Anyway, I don't want to derail this conversation anymore. So let's move on.
Yeah, Lauren, please assign this kind of back to Shorik.
Oh, this one? I think maybe Marco needs to tweak it a little first, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I have it assigned to Marco.
both. Yeah, maybe both. So,
I'll put Cherrick on there too. Oh. Oh wait, no, this is sorry.
Calculator. Can I mention something? Can we just have like a title that just notify the user that it's a playground? You come and play with the numbers, or something like that. I think with text and clear communication, it will be solved.
Yes, I agree. Telling them that it's just simulation. You will have a stake. And that's, because I see the max, I think that I will stake my token after claiming.
Well, I think that it seems like the general idea is that remove scope and makes things generally less confusing. So maybe it makes the most sense if we just continue moving forward with that rather than because I agree. If we wanted to really keep them, we could add a disclaimer, but it does seem also just like easier to tweak them anyway and get rid of the calculators.
At least changing the title, I guess, it would be better to say if you stake, how much you will get after claim. If you stake, how much you will get, something that convey that message.
yeah. So I'm hearing a lot of people are in favor of keeping the calculators. It's lovely to hear, guys. Yeah, I mean, we could try out something. Hey, it's not the end of the world or the most important decision here to be made. I think it's already done. So yeah, I can make some tweaks and see how that goes. If changing those titles or just communicating this a little bit better, and also clicking on the max should actually fill in the input field. Providing more context of the information. I don't know. We can tweak that.
Thank you.
But hey, I think guys, people will eventually claim those tokens anyway. So and then they will land on a GIVeconomy page, which is the next one, right? The landing page where we have the Give Farm, Give Bags, Give Garden, everything. So I think from there, everything will be easy to understand.
Yeah, I agree. I think it makes the most sense just to leave it in your hands to make tweaks, Marco, and use your discretion based on. I mean, there's lots of varied feedback right now, so yeah. But we're already at the top of the hour. We didn't get to go through all the issues on board, but we actually did go through all of the topics more or less. But if there's anything outstanding, you can write in the GIVeconomy channel to discuss. But I won't keep you past your end time. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.